Hello, my dear friends. My name is Milad Adi from adbioinformatics.com. Hope you're doing great. In this video, I'm going to explain to you the requirements you need to start bioinformatics as a profession. So firstly, we want to go through personality. You need to be patient everywhere. That is important. You need to be patient when you want to receive the data to get a reliable results. You need to be patient in every steps. So that's it. You need to be curious. Genetics and bioinformatics are the fields that they are progressing, and every day you may face into the new technologies, new ideas that had a breakthrough, and it is very important to be curious. Nextly, next, you need to be skeptical of any result you take from any analysis. You must not accept the first result you take from the tools. So you need to test them. You need to be able to test them in every manner. And after that, you need to be able to stick into a work plan. Sometimes you really need to work in order to have a job or a task to do, then take some necessary break intervals, and after that, get back to work again. It is actually very important to really stick to a plan like this, because following a structured routine can help you stay focused and productive. For example, you need to have a detailed plan to work for 1 hour and have a break for half an hour or 15 minutes, something like that, depending on your needs. But you need to have a plan. And last but not least, be able to sit and work for a long time. When you start your journey, when you start your profession as a bioinformatician in a bioinformatics company, you need to be able to sit and work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., at least 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So it can be hard. And in the next slide, I want to take a moment to explain to you in a bit more detail what hardware you need and specifically what hardware is required for the analyses. The most important factor, the one you should pay the most attention to, is the memory or RAM factor. You must have at least 12 gigabytes of RAM for whole exome analyses. This is a limitation factor, and if your system does not meet this requirement, you may encounter issues or be unable to complete the analyses. And regarding the CPU, preferably the more up-to-date your computer's CPU is, the better. And from the 11th generation onwards, this CPU delivers consistently strong performance, and you can trust it. Currently, NGS analyses, bioinformatics analyses, do not require a GPU or graphics card for your computers. I'm telling you this for the current time. Keep this in mind. Also, if you have access to a high-performance cluster system or an extremely powerful and capable SSH-based server, this itself is an advantage for you. And you can perform your computational analyses very easily. And finally, at the end of this short video, I want to briefly address the operating system on which you perform the analyses. You can perform your analyses on Linux, on macOS, and on Windows. However, to perform the analysis on each of these operating systems, a series of software will be different, and I will try to provide explanations for all three operating systems and record videos. But mainly, let me tell you that Linux is the best operating system for performing bioinformatics analyses. This was my brief and informative video where I wanted to explain the requirements for starting a bioinformatics analysis, which I have explained to you. I will be back soon